This is Anna. Welcome to Grapecast Volume 4. We are reviewing Merlots tonight. I have Keely here with me. You all know Keely. She helps at the gallery a lot with bartending and also does all of our social media. So if you ever see anything on Facebook, it's all Keely's fault. So some of the things that we're reviewing tonight are part of what we've been doing lately. We've been looking at our menu and trying to look at it with fresh eyes as often as we can, just making sure that our clients are liking what we have on the menu. And before, we've had some wine tastings at the gallery. We usually taste things on Thursdays at Grapes and Gallery, which is 1113 Taylor Street, right behind Mass General Store, just to let you know that. But we've been tasting some things, and our clients have been picking out new products, and they've been beating our current product list. And so we take things off that our clients don't like and add what they have won. So tonight is kind of my fault. There's a Merlot on the menu that I don't like. We won't mention it, but we've taken it off. So we're going to get two other Merlots this week. We're going to taste on Thursday, the 16th. The tasting will be from 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock. We close at 9. Keely, I asked her, she's a little more wine efficient than I am. So we asked her to look at the inventory with Danielle from Advantage to see what they had as far as Merlots. And Keely, I'm going to let you tell us what you picked out to go up against our current menu and replace the thing that we already took off. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, the one that we're keeping on our menu is the Lee's Fitch Merlot. Some people may have had that already. It's a very good Merlot in my mind. But today it is going up against the Pennywise Merlot, which I believe you have the bottle there.
Yes, I do, right here. Pennywise Merlot, and it has a cool, can you see that right there? There you go. It's like focused in now. And it had a cool label. I've already taken the tin or whatever it's called off, this little penny label.
It looks like a copper penny almost.
Yeah, it does. It does. And the cork itself is pretty cool as well. So Pennywise and togowise.com. All right. So we're going to pour that one first.
You want to go ahead and start with the Lee's Fitch first?
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. The Lee's Fitch one.
So the Lee's Fitch and the Pennywise Merlots are both from the same producers. Producers are called The Other Guys, and they've got 7 brand lines under their name, and they originally came from this group called the Sebastianis, who's been producing wine since the late 1800s. So I think it's kind of interesting that we're trying them. They're both in the same family, and actually the third one we're trying, the Crusher, is sort of a descendant of the Sebastianis as well, and is sold by the Don Sebastiani group. So yeah, so this first one is the Lee's Fitch Merlot, which we currently have on the menu.
Yeah, and we also have the Lee's Fitch Cabernet Sauvignon, which both of those sell pretty well for us. So definitely want to keep this one on, and I'm excited about trying it against these other ones to see what the differences are.
It got a lot of that really nice dark plum color that's typical of a Merlot.
Yep.
And sort of nose, I get a little bit of a dark cherry.
Can you see that?
Is your computer now under one?
Under one?
Under one?
Oh, no, it's not under one. I have a little on my pants, but that's okay.
I get a lot of the sort of this dark cherry notes on the nose.
Yeah, I like the smell of it. I do. So I get some spice and stuff in there too. Wow.
Yeah, you get a lot of the dark berries, like blackberry. You get a kind of a sweet taste too. One of the things that they had in the tasting notes was molasses, and I had it with some bacon earlier, and you could really taste the molasses coming out with the bacon.
Yeah, I get the vanilla in it too. Some
I
spice and
think
some vanilla.
it's kind of got a long finish. It feels nice in the mouth.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely like it.
Um,
I like it enough to wear it. So, yep.
it's a little sweeter than I would typically for, but I think that it's got some savory tones that that finish it out really nicely.
Yeah, one thing that I don't like about some red wines is that it starts really good, maybe with some sort of spice, and then it finishes with nothing. Like there's just nothing there. So that really drives me crazy. But this one feels pretty full all the way through. Not that I know what I'm talking about, but that's what it feels to me. So
yeah, it's got a lot of length. I mean, I can still taste it on my palate, and it's very pleasant. I think, and interestingly, this one is mostly Merlot, but it's got a little bit of Cab Sav, Grenache, and Syrah blended into it. That'll give it a little bit of that spice that you were talking about, and sort of complement it with some darker berry tones that you wouldn't get necessarily all this complexity with 100% Merlot.
yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of wines that are labeled Merlot, and then you look at the label a little closer, and it's 90% Merlot, 3% that, 7% that, or whatnot. So that is interesting to note that. So this one is an 84 Merlot, 6 Cab Sav, and 6 Grenache. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say the other guys, they actually draw their grapes in from various regions around Napa. So these come from the grapes come from Lodi, Paso Robles, Clarksburg, and Clarksburg is where the grapes are grown for the crusher, which is actually 100% Merlot. So it's a good comparison to kind of see like intra-family wines coming from similar regions with a mix versus 100% from one region.
Yeah, I agree. And the crusher that she's talking about is the other one that we're going to taste later. That's the vineyard's name, and we have their Petite Syrah, and it is amazing. That was one of the tasters that we had. Show that again. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Show that again. This is the label for the crusher. This is the Merlot. Again, we've enjoyed the Petite Syrah, so I'm excited about this one for the tasting. We had people pre-ordering bottles at the tasting last time for the crusher, and they still come in and take bottles to go. And that is something that we do offer. We do give discounts for to-go wine, so just come in and ask us for that. We'll be glad to help you out. And any pre-orders that you have, we can help you with that too. We can get you a case for parties or whatever. So yeah, the Lease Fitch, I really like that one. Definitely think that's a solid choice to keep on our menu. You want to put it up against the one that you have? What is the crusher? Ready?
The crusher that I just showed the bottle for, this is produced by the Don Sebastianians. Samuel Sebastiani actually started the whole wine producing the vineyard for both of the other guys in this, and then they split off at some point along the way. And like I mentioned, the crusher is grown out of the Clark appellation in California. The climate's very similar to Napa, so you'll get a lot of the good quality grapes coming out of that region as well.
Yeah, the smell on it is great. I really like that.
It's got a lot of sort of similar color as the Lease Fitch. Seems a little bit darker to me.
Yeah, it does seem darker. And you said this is 100% Merlot. That's amazing. I mean, it smells really good.
Yeah, it's, to me, at least on the nose, I would say that I would this one a little more. You get more of the spice, a little less of the sweet fruits.
Yeah, I get a lot of spice. Almost like the darkness. I mean, you can taste the darkness that you see in it for sure. Like a deep blackberry with spice or something.
Yeah, it's a very different flavor than what we had with the Lease Fitch in my mind. It's a lot more smoky,
Yes, it is.
almost chocolatey.
Yes, that is really smoky. Yeah, I can taste like some cocoa, just almost like a Hershey's powder that you mix, like that. I get that on top of the spice, so that's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's I mean, in my mind, I could drink this with or without food, and be very happy with it.
Yeah, I really think this one's gonna be a hit. Like that's pretty exciting to see this one stand up just like their Petite Syrah did. So I think people are gonna love that one. All
Got
right,
a little shorter finish to me than this Fitch, but still a very nice.
Yeah, I
taste.
agree. I agree. Let's keep moving. I don't even have my timer on, so I don't even know what time it is. So just for the sake of time, we're gonna move on, and so I can go put my pants in the wash. So the Pennywise. Tell me why you chose the Pennywise. I know that a lot of times people choose beer and they choose wine based on labels because that's kind of all they have to go off of. So they see something they're familiar with and it looks pretty cool, then they take it. If it's a clean label, it's going to represent a clean wine. That's kind of the theory behind picking labels and that sort of thing. And even if even with today, I had to go. Of course, I forgot the beer for the Grapecast later, so I had to go up to Greens and grab some singles. And just looking through their craft beer selection, even all of the different labels and the bottles and everything, and it was just fascinating. I almost bought a few things just because of the stupid bottle. So I know I just gave you the inventory list and said go find us something good. So I know you picked the Crusher because of what we had it, but how'd you come to the Pennywise?
I think one thing people look for, or at least I look for in wine, is have a good value for what you get. Penny wise, the name sort of implies that you're sort of watching your pennies, but you're going to get a really nice wine at the same time. And the other guys, their slogan is "Laid back guys, stand out wines." So I think it sort of embodies what I look for in a wine. And I think the other thing that I found quite interesting about it is that it is produced by the same guys that produce Lee's Fitch. So I think it's nice to have this family comparison and see how the wines compare to each other, even though they're sort of being sold and marketed under the same brand.
Yeah, I agree, and we've seen this in other wines and stuff that we've had too. Particularly the Dr. L from the Lucen Brothers estate. We've had them, and then we've compared like a sister estate with them, the Villa Wolf. We compared some of their products, and it's interesting to see what comes out of similar areas, but a completely different operation. But still, you can draw a lot of comparisons to it. So here we go with this Pennywise Merlot. It's 90% Merlot, 7% Syrah. So I'm expecting some spice from that, and then 3% Grenache. I'm the only one that has it. You don't have it, so you have to drink something else, and then you have to wait till Thursday. I know, it's crazy, and I will admit that I had some earlier. It was really good. So,
and you're willing to taste it now, so that's a good sign.
Yes, I'm still willing to taste it. So, so that means that my conclusion on this for our new standard of judgment is our very simple standard is I wouldn't spit it out, and I have not spat it out yet. So. It's very dark, just like the others. I don't know. It looks basically the same. The smell is different to me. It's not as like strong fruit. Those flavors that were hitting you over the head in the others.
So this one is a Merlot Syrah Grenache blend. So it's similar to the Lee's Fitch. Actually has more Merlot than the Lee's Fitch does.
Yeah, and it's, I was talking about, earlier before we started, I was talking about how, sometimes wines start off and then they don't finish very strong. But this one starts off a little bit weaker than the other two, and I guess it's because we're comparing them, but they starts off a little bit weaker as far as not hitting you like right up front, right strong with all the fruits and everything. But then it's very balanced out whenever you finish it and you hold it on your palate or whatnot. I mean, it's very balanced, very, very good. I mean, you can get all the deep raspberries and that sort of thing in there.
Can't wait to try it against the other guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So does this one have oak on it? I mean, it was.
All three of them have some oak on them. I think this one was French oak.
Yeah, I'm reading some of the tasting notes, and they're just talking about like tart black cherries. I definitely get that. And on the very end, I do get what they mean as far as the cinnamon spice, and it does have the espresso taste too. So very much like the that cocoa powdery taste from earlier from the other one, but it finishes more with a coffee tone to it. So like a chocolate coffee at the very end. It's very good. So yeah, it starts off pretty clean, and then all that slams at the end. So I definitely wouldn't spit this out. I don't think anybody would. So that's going to be a tough competition there with all these on Thursday. We'll have 4 of them to go. So how are we doing the tasting? If you wanted to taste,
I think you can come in and taste at any point on Thursday, and then we're going to do some sort of leading some taste at 6:30 and 7:30.
Okay.
And
sounds
then,
good.
If you just taste the 2 new ones, it's $5. So that would be the Crusher and the Pennywise. And if you want to taste all 4 of them, it would be $10.
Okay. So the 4 would be the Crusher Merlot, the Least Pitch Merlot, the Pennywise Merlot, and what was the other one? I can't remember.
This is Sorry Tory Merlot.
That's right. The one that we're accent probably. So, but it might win. I mean, you never know. Everyone's palate's different. Our clients might come in and say that one needs to stay, and that's fine with me. We've got 1 bottle to hash it out with, so then we'll figure it out.
We've got 3 California and up against 1 Italian. So
that's right. And the thing is, a lot of people do like it, and it's hard for me. And I know that you've experienced the same thing. As soon as we get to something where like, I don't think this is selling anymore, I don't think people like it, then we have someone walk in and they're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And then you're questioning everything all over again. So it does tell a lot about how people's palates are completely different. And it might have been that they, just had gum in their mouth. I don't know. Or that they went to have coffee, or they just come from movies, or they just come from dinner. So you never really know, what all the circumstances are. But it is interesting to see how sometimes I'm like, I don't think people like this. And then all of a sudden they do. So who knows? We all have our own taste, right?
Looking forward to Thursday.
Yeah, it'll be great. So Keely's running the bar on Thursday. And what is it, $5 for 2 and $10 for all 4?
Yes.
All right, that sounds good. And feel free to leave any comments, or do you have anything else to say, Keely, before I wrap this up?
I just have some wine to drink.
Yeah, definitely go do that. All right, well, thanks for helping us out, Keely. I appreciate it very much. And we will do another one next week, or whenever we feel like it. No, I'm just kidding. So we'll get some other stuff out there. Please follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/grapesandgallery. It's all spelled out, GRAPSANDGALLERY. And then also you can sign up for classes at grapesandgallery.com. Click on the calendar tab there. We do painting sessions at night, so feel free to sign up and come paint with us also. That's all I got. Anything else?
That's it. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks.